Okay, I see. Okay, 8.5 is one of the major movie historical.
Marco, aspetta che ti dia il segnale, fermo!
It's a moment of changing, of crisis. You know, Wagner music. Remember. So when I was doing Otto and Mezzo, what kind of restaurant I want to do there? Of course, my feeling was to do a modern and contemporary Italian restaurant, but how and the layout, and the concept, the philosophy, and everything behind. I was a little bit like the movie director in the movie, no, going here, going there, going here, going there, adding this. We want a great bar. So it's a little bit of struggle, just like in the movie. So I said, oh, let's call it 8.5 and see how it goes. We opened the restaurant, and after 9 years almost, we never had an empty table, lunch and dinner.
Scaramas!
So I'm from this town, this valley, the Val Seriana. I was born in Clusone. Clusone is situated in the southern part of the Alps, and they call it the Pre-Alps. Great tradition of food. So we start to have this tradition of hospitality, and people used to come there in vacation, and then you had this hotel famous for something, this chef famous. So all of this come in my imagination, you know. I had a friend who went to work in one of the best places in Italy, and they was looking for somebody like me, 17, 18 years old, finish the school, go there, start to work. A 3-star Michelin chef called Antico Osteria del Ponte, Ezio Santin. So that's how we start, but fascination and love for food, and you feel right away, you know. I was working in Milan, you know, the chef used to travel in France, Germany, you know, you start to have this concept of modern European cuisine based on French, Italian flavor. You know, the whole culture was called the Nouvelle Cuisine, was growing, where the French get the idea from the Japanese to have more clean food. It was evolving at that time in the 80s in Italy. Yes, you start to experiment, you start to put some soy sauce, but that was the beginning of the small things. You know. I think it's important, but I want to keep my identity as an Italian restaurant because that's what people expect from me. Los Angeles 1994 was a beautiful time. I worked in the best restaurant, was called Rexy Ristorante. Have you seen the movie Pretty Woman? Yeah, so Pretty Woman was eating the escargot and then flew away the shell. That was Rexy Ristorante in downtown LA. That was the most beautiful restaurant I ever seen. Was an Art Deco building, 1910, 1920, with the beautiful carving, lalique glass. Was an amazing restaurant.
The price I'm paying for this stock, Mr. Morse, you are going to be a very rich man.
I'm rich enough. I just want to head my shipyard.
Slippery little sucker.
So I moved to Hong Kong in 93, opened up a Toscana restaurant for the Ritz-Carlton. I want to go back to California. If you are 30, you have convertible, why? It's a beautiful lifestyle. But then what do? The restaurant is getting full, getting famous. The people appreciate. I meet my wife and then family, and then after 25 years, I'm still there. So the whole Asia is growing amazingly, and then they are very curious, and then they love food. And then I want to express my culture in my food. You see the dish today. And so I concentrate to give something that makes sense of Italian flavor or Italian technique, and it's my love and my passion. So I want to create the whole atmosphere, the whole experience from cocktail to coffee at the top. Of course, I need the team. The team is fantastic. They really care so much. It's not about the business, because the business comes later, you know. is the philosophy, what you want to achieve. Well, I love Hong Kong, and then I think the place I want to be is there, quite honest with you. But if you ask me in the long time, maybe I want to work close to nature, have a garden, do more, follow the season. Of course, maybe in the future, I would think to do something like that. But now, I don't know, we are fighting, you know, we are having fun. Honestly, we are having fun.